Hello again, you compassionate capitalists out there. So, competition. Here's the thing. Sometimes entrepreneurs will um, have a ton of information. It's easy to go down these rabbit holes where they will, get this article and that article and this assessment and this study and all this kind of stuff, and they want to show that they have great knowledge of the industry because they have such a volume of information. But in reality, if they can't break it down to for an investor to cover, to basically say, to tell the investor two things, okay? Two things. What is the primarily feature function benefit to the user? Why does this user want this over all the other options, like I said in the last video, all the other things that they could do or how they're currently doing it? That it's better for them. It's a better thing. When you think back to all the displacements that have ever happened with competition, there was something that was replacement. Now, there was a learning curve associated, even when you think about like the Keurig coffee cup thing. Everybody has these individual coffee cups instead of making the one where you poured it through the coffee. I have to confess, I've not got one yet because I like having 2 or 3 cups of coffee, and I think they're wasteful. But I know a whole lot of people that sort of really have this kind of green thing going on that are totally doing that instead of the other because they don't like all the coffee grinds. They feel like they waste coffee because they make 6 cups when they only do 4 cups. This is just one. It's hot, it's ready. I like to set my timer, have it ready when I get up, and I'm good to go. So, but clearly it's a hit. People really, really are, jumping on board with it as a new way to do stuff, a new benefit in convenience that they have. So that company figured out. Now they threw a lot of money at it explaining that, and that's part of what you have to understand. You must understand what the feature function benefits to the user, because if it's not really, really clear, the return on investment for them emotionally and financially is not really clear cut, then you have to sell them on the idea. It's all about the marketing, and that takes more money, which to an investor that's one of the reasons why they shy away a lot of times to consumer oriented products. There's a pathway for both of them, and there's a return on total company investment as well as direct investment. The second thing is the competitive difference, the technical differences that create a barrier to entry for either the existing company to not go and do what you're doing because you start nipping away at them, or for other companies to come along that have figured out another better mousetrap than what you figured out. So the technical differences that are kind of behind the scenes, that's different from the feature function benefits because that's to the user perspective, but the technical side are the barrier to entries. So what is it that you've got in the way that you are, however you put this together, and that kind of goes to, that can go to a certain amount in business model, but those are the things that to investors, you need to boil that down so they can see that, and we'll talk next about how do you convey that to them and what should they expect.